mid-project presentations went really well. The clients came in and listened to the presentations and asked really good questions throughout. And what the students had done successfully was to prove out their methodology to clients.
And what we found here is we've given more data than we've ever handled before. And we thought that we tackled it and we found an answer, but after our midpoint presentation, it turns out that there's more data to look at, so more variables are thrown in the mix, more questions are asked, and so we haven't found the solution just yet. It's definitely not like a case project at all.
That's very typical, which is we dig into the problem, we dig into the data, we take an approach, and that process of implementing that approach for the first time teaches us a whole bunch of stuff. And we come back and we're like, oh, we didn't address this, we didn't address this, we didn't address this. That's why we have the mid-project presentations, because sometimes those ideas come from the teams, and sometimes they come from the clients, and sometimes they come from the discussion.
I think I was a little bit naive in expecting the real world to mimic the textbook world, but it was definitely a reality check with the client, who has been really supportive in providing us data and answering all our questions.
I've actually followed up with both the clients afterwards, and the feedback has been really good around the maturity of the students and their approach to the data, and as well as the hard work that they've put in. The clients are well aware that this stuff's not easy. What I say always is that the nature of this class is that every project team will have to deal with things that they've never encountered before. Partly because we're a business program and not a technical program, and partly because that's the nature of work in the 21st century. And so both of these teams have dealt with mathematical techniques and data management challenges that they've never encountered before. I'm super proud of them, the way that they've stepped up and taken those things on.
So we weren't expecting to have so much more work to do from that point on. We were really hoping that we had found the answer, but I think they are satisfied with our progress. They can see that we're working hard, and we do want to please them at the end, provide them with something that they'll be able to use in their daily operations.
One of the things I coach my students on, my MBA students in particular, is your goal is discussion. Your goal is not to wow the client with a perfect presentation, particularly in a preliminary presentation. Your goal is to engage them, get their insights, stimulate their thinking, which will also stimulate yours. And that dialogue went really well in both presentations, but now there's work to do. And we're on the home stretch. We're 3 weeks out from final deliverables. We're 3 weeks out for most of these students from graduating. And I keep telling them, you've got work to do if you want to graduate.